Hi, this is Steven. Welcome back to another edition. This is episode 2 of our The Futures Desk 100K trading evaluation, where we're trying to turn it into a sim funded account, then to a pro funded account. We took a trade, and I'll kind of explain what I was thinking here. So I've been playing around with these pivot. So I'm going to go into TradingView real quick, then we'll come back. So I created this zone, this trading zone right here. Should actually go into TradingView. And this is on a 16 range chart. I have a point of control that starts from the session start, and I created a trade based off some of these ranges that we have here. And I'm using a calculator. I don't think you can see it on my screen, but I have a calculator that actually will calculate the trade for me. And it's called a trade zone calculator, and it's part of this VIP program from Top Step, where I'm on one of the teams called the Technical Titans, and I've been playing around with it. So this particular trade, we entered at around 6403.50, and the target was at 6406.75, and the stop loss was at 6398.75. We're far enough away from the point of control that I felt comfortable taking this trade. I'll give you an example. This is kind of a consolidation range right here. You can kind of see what I do is I take this, put it here, and if we're outside that area of consolidation to the top and the bottom, I feel safe taking the trade, and the entry was a little bit higher. So it's basically a breakout. It's a pivot breakout trade. And so we took it, and now I'm going to go into where I was actually watching the trade. So I plotted it out here in the range chart. Since the futures desk only has tick charts, we actually took it on the tick chart. So we used the 1,000 tick chart. I'm really not sure if that's a good or bad idea. That's just what I selected. And you'll notice that I got out of the trade at 6405.50 right here for a $60 profit. So we just got out, right? We took money, saw money, and obviously it could continue to go up. I have another pivot that we'd be taking a trade on likely after this above 608 if we get a breakout, which could definitely happen. But I did it on yes, and man, I gotta tell you, I was a little nervy on this, to be honest. So we have a few things plotted, some things that my coach suggested. I really don't know everything about them. We got this Ichimoku cloud, and obviously it's showing green now and up. We have some weighted moving averages, 20, 25 minute, or it's 20 and 25 period. Obviously going up as well. We're above this point of control here, so not too close to it. And you can see down here we have a DMI indicator, which basically shows we got green for basically buyers and red for sellers, and then we have a kind of a momentum line that shows the speed or the rate of whether it's picking up momentum or if it's flat and we're kind of trending sideways, etc. So you can kind of see here where it's kind of consolidating. It's fairly flat right here in this consolidation area. Then we had a drop down, it sloped down, then we came back up. We had a very, very slow grind up, and it's still kind of flat. So, and it's still trending kind of down. So the momentum on it, it shows it at a 26. Now, what's interesting to me is it looks a little different, and these numbers are a little different on the range chart. So I'm gonna have to do some research, but just looking at what I saw on this 1,000 tick chart, I saw that buyers are still in control, and it looked like we were at least maintaining ground. Now, then I opened up my Bookmap because I was thinking about getting out of this trade early when it started going down. So you can see we didn't hit our target at the top. We trended down, bounced off of these weighted moving average lines, stayed above the point of control though, and we continued up. I also have some VWAP lines, uh, anchored VWAPs above that I drew. So I kind of think price is going to move back towards those to test them. But when I opened up, let's open it up now. Let's open up our Bookmap. And we can see is we have this very big, get my sell wall up here. So CVD shows that price was, for the session at least, since the overnight session open, we're at plus 1400 CVD. Well, what I noticed was price, although we were getting some aggressive buying and it's slowly zombie crawling up, we had a hard time breaking through this 6405 level back in 2145 Eastern. And then we kind of just stayed in this range, consolidating, right? And eventually we tapped through it and broke it. And this is where I took profit right here at the 6405.50 right here. And we still have some aggressive buying going on. But this wall right here, I was a little concerned that we might not be able to break through that resistance. And my target was just above that. So I figured it was best just to close it out there, take our profit. We got 50 bucks on the trade, 62, $60, something like that. And we're going to look for another opportunity if we can break through these levels to find another pivot zone to keep moving forward in. So TradingView, you can see that we're kind of just in this range, almost consolidating again. So I definitely need to see a breakout of this zone before, and we need to break through that sell wall in Bookmap before I want to take any more positions or try to take this any higher. So that was our second trade on the account. We'll go back there one more time. And so this is completely different new way that I'm experimenting with trading. Never done this before. This is more quick scalps, get $50, $100, get out, and get 4 or 5 points, 10 points, get out. And yeah, it's just a little different. So I'm excited to continue to try it out. If I go back to my TradingView one last time, what you will see is that I did kind of run through this quite a few times today during the session. Nope trades, just kind of seeing the pivots, how they worked, where the entries and exits were, and just try to get a feel for how we're entering on breakouts. For instance, this breakout here, how we're entering on breakdowns, a little past the pivot points, and just kind of getting a feel for how the strategy works. So in a nutshell, we're still working on it. We have another short down here. If we can make it down to this 63.8475 level. And I could also let's actually create a new pivot. And you may not be able to see the calculator on the screen, but what I'll do is I'll draw it here as I calculate it. So we got a bottom of a zone at 63.93. Let me plug that into my calculator. And the top of the zone at 64.0625. So what that's going to give us is a long position up here. And that position we're going to enter at 64.0825. That would be right here. And our take profit is at 64.11. It's a fairly small trade. Ranges are pretty small right now. And so it's about 2.75 points, extremely small. And the stop loss is at 64.0150. Obviously, we can always move that stop if it's going against us. We don't plan on losing, taking this all the way to the stop, right? And possibly not even taking it all the way to the take profit. So that is our trade. Let me see if this actually transfers over to futures desk. Let me check this out. Oh, it does. That's cool. So let's see here. So one more time, go back to our futures desk, and it should be 64.0825 for the entry. With the profit at 64.11 and the exit at 64.0350. So that's a 64.0150. And profit 64.11, entry 64.0825. So yeah, so that's our trade. So that's the level we're looking for next. Obviously, you can see we're still hovering around the 64.0550. Made it up to 75. Coming back to Bookmap one more time, just to check in. You can still see we're hovering and trying to get through that wall. So that was our trade. Be back for another episode once we have another trade.